Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016 with Milan, and this is the game against Cagliari in the league. Now, this is how the league stands. Juventus will probably be playing tomorrow, I think. Let's have a look. Yes, in fact, they're playing later tonight against Atalanta, who I believe are near the bottom. Oh no, they've risen actually, done quite well. So this is the team. I'm not going to talk about anything else. We're just going to get straight into this game here. We're going to have Bakker and Benteke up front. Pastore, Mara and Calabria. Blažekovski, as you saw, was injured in the last game, I think. And then Blind, De Siglio, Mangala, Stones, Fabinho, Donnarumma. It's pretty much the same team again. Let's see how we do. Now, I guess just to... I won't make a big deal like I did in the last video where I talked about Football Manager, existentially. But I just want to make a very quick point about how Miles, of course, you all know Miles Jackson, the sort of director of SI, he did an AMA, an Ask Me Anything question and answer session basically on Reddit, site I frequent, and I'm sure many of you other guys do as well, quite a lot, about a month or two ago, maybe 6 weeks ago now, and he, oh, lovely header from Stones, that was fantastic, 1-0, and he was answering a lot of questions, and for the most part he got a lot of upvotes, and generally if you what I meant to say is that if you don't get a lot of votes in your own AMA, then you're doing something wrong, or you're giving the wrong answers or something generally. And there was a question there that a guy asked, and he said pretty much what I mentioned, completely what I mentioned in the last video, saying that you're the sole you're the sole entry in this market. Are you going to go down the sort of FIFA Ultimate Team route? And Pastore should have scored there, which I thought was taken a bit far. I can't see FM Ultimate Team, or at least it'll be a different variant of. But he gave the worst possible answer, which was, if you don't like it, fuck off, essentially. I mean, he didn't say that outright, but that's basically what he says. If you don't like it, play something else, or don't play it. Which is something that I think a lot of people have criticised Miles for. He is very defensive. If you ask him about anything like that on Twitter, he is defensive, and I'm sure there is a good reason why. I don't know the guy, I don't claim to know anything, but that's just the perception that I get. So yeah, I do look forward to reading your comments on that. I am recording a lot of these in one foul swoop, so it might take a while for me to sort of get back to you on this one. But I'll look forward to reading the comments. I'll probably reply to you in the section rather than responding on here. But I just wanted to make a little point on that anyway. So back to this game, I guess. Cagliari. So again, not too bad. So I guess that Juventus playing now. In fact, let's just see if we can get the other results up. I just want to make sure I'm not going crazy. Oh, in fact they are. Yeah, Campos has scored. So the time was playing tricks on me there. It said 6 o'clock. must have been something different there. It was a bit weird. Anyway, here's Pastore. Oh, it's 2-0. Lovely finish from Pastore. And finally, he's coming good again, so that's 2-0. So we are at least now finding some form of groove, just as long as we don't give it away. I think the tactics change has, I like to think, worked. I think it's probably because we're playing subpar opposition, at least compared to the likes of Inter and Juventus. Inter, who are very much on for a Champions League spot if they can pip Napoli and Lazio to the post there. Udinese also in the mix. FC Bari, look at that. They were for the real contenders for the Champions League spot. Look at that, they've fallen away completely. Might not even get a Europa League spot right now. And there's Christian Benteke. There we go. The goals are flowing once again. And that's his 14th goal of the season. It's been a while since he's scored, actually. The thing is, the thing about Benteke is, and I don't necessarily mind, is because if he can contribute in other areas, he can provide very good contributions. And this is one of the criticisms I've had of Benteke in the past when he plays for Liverpool, is that he isn't involved in the game. He's not playing to Klopp's sort of the way he wants the team to play. He's not playing to that I don't want to say tactics, that's the wrong word, but sort of style. I know that's a really weak way of saying it, but whether it's because he just doesn't fit or something. But the only thing, and I mentioned this before, the only thing that Benteke does well for me, if he's not banging them in, which he isn't, is winning headers. Sort of in the middle of the park, or in perhaps just approaching the final third. But I've already mentioned as well, pretty much any tall, powerful, target man-esque type player can do that. Andy Carroll did that for fun for ages, and that's why him That's why a lot of people thought him and Luis Suarez would make a great partnership when they both were brought together. You know, big man, little man. I guess in the context of that partnership, it was a big man, little man. Anyway, for one thing, actually, has anyone ever had a big man, little man combination work? I don't just mean in FM. Obviously, if you have, then say, of course. But has it ever worked in real life in general? Because I've never seen one. That's 4-0, Benteke, lovely finish. Because the closest I remember to it was Crouch and Rooney. Or Crouch and Owen. And even that wasn't really successful, was it? Let's be honest. It was okay. The best thing that the Crouch Rooney partnership ever bought was that stupid little skit that Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant did. If you haven't seen that, look it up. By the way, it's friggin' hilarious. I think it was for the 2006 World Cup. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I would recommend you check that out if you do like a good laugh. It is British humour, so if any of you devious foreigners out there, you might not get it. Okay, so we're going to take Bakker off because he's looking complacent and I don't like that. We're going to bring Ramos on just to give him a bit of game time, so hopefully he might shut up, which I don't think substitutions makes any difference in that regard, so whatever. It's another tick in the box, hopefully. And we're also going to bring off Pastore. Just want to preserve him all to give Bjørn Manuelsen a run out. So that's good, nice 4-0. So just exactly what we needed to really calm the nerves. Atalanta, holy shit, I have just noticed, sorry, I'm talking about British comedy and things. Atalanta, they scored ages ago. It's 1-1. And unless, provided Juve don't come back here, we have actually gone top. We're currently 2 points ahead of Juventus with 2 games to go. Oh my goodness. So this game's over and done with. Keep your eye in the top right hand corner for that Atalanta's goal. Make sure no one else scores. I'll take a 1-1 right now. Don't get greedy, Atalanta. That's a great result. 2 minutes of added time here. The full time whistle will blow at exactly the same time. It's only a split second thing, but you'll be able to see we've got one final opportunity here to make it 5-0. It's Davide Calabria, puts it wide. Still 1-1 in Atalanta. Just do not equal that. Do not score a late winner, Juve. Don't you dare. Chris Wood is actually playing for Cagliari. Now, that's a weird one. I didn't even notice. Oh my goodness, right, we've got 30 seconds. I'm nervous as hell with winning 4-0 and it's like, oh God, please end. It's because, as I say, the game tends to end, I think they actually do finish at the same time. And that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. That is it, and full time, 1-1. So, Atalanta, you beauties. They have helped us immensely. 1-1. Benica Phobia, I could kiss you, you absolute legend. Benteke is set for a goal bonus, there we go. And he's also ended his goal drought over 10 hours, good grief. And Pastore, once again, really stands to come good. Now, I'm really expecting a lot of good things from him next season. He's entering his prime now, so hopefully... and I think I could say the same for Benteke as well, actually. So hopefully he'll do really well next season. Hopefully. So 2 games to go. We're against Vicenza, who are bottom, and Fiorentina, who gave us a bit of trouble earlier in the season. So Vicenza are already relegated. They've only won 4 games all season, and they've conceded 59 goals. That's nearly as many as we've scored. That's actually less than Juventus have scored. Great. So now that is absolutely enormous. How vital might that goal be? So let's just have a look here. In fact, let's go back to the Juventus here. Let's see. Oh, no, okay, well let me see it. Okay, let's have a look at this Afobe goal, because this may have just swung it. There's still plenty of football to come. I just want to see it. If this is a worldie, then which it probably won't. It'll be a horrible. Oh, hang on. He's still on the ball. Oh my God, what a goal! That is an absolute belter. Don't believe it. So, Juventus, 2nd place. We might still just do it yet. Wow. So, I just want to show you this in the Champions League semi-finals. Check this out. Galatasaray are in the semi-finals. Fair play to them. They knocked Benfica out. Fortunately, they're probably going to go out here losing to Real Madrid. So Manchester United and Marseille are in the semi-finals as well. That could go either way still. I think Real Madrid are the champions. Yes, they beat City at the Millennium Stadium. The final this year apparently is going to be between Valencia and Chelsea, which is wrong because Valencia are in the Europa League. Unfortunately, Gary Neville is not the manager. Obviously, the I don't even know if he's in the game, in fact. Is he in the game? Ooh, hopefully I could spell his friggin' name. I think there's a bit of a delay. I think the capture software is causing a bit of a delay. No, he's not. Right, fine. Yeah, he's not in my game, which is a bit of a shame. But there you go. Anyways, that was complete something else. What we have now is a real opportunity. If we can beat and should beat Vicenza next week, and if Juventus lose, or in fact I think even if they draw, who have they got to play? They are going to be playing Bari now. That is not going to be easy. I know they've fallen away. Oh yeah, look at that, dear me. They've done the typical football manager thing of just capitulating completely in February and March. One win since January, and that's against Sassuolo. But fair play to them. I think they're like, what were they predicted? Made a prediction of 18th. Fair play to them, and they nearly got into the Champions League, for God's sake. Right, so that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. We're now on a high. We can do this now. There's real belief. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. I will see you next time for the Vicenza game. Goodbye.